Good day everyone, my name is Jason Redimier Noble, and for today's lessons, we will be discussing about the literary elements and techniques. Literary elements refers to components of a literary work, and a literary device refers to literary techniques employed by the author. And you don't have to know the difference between the two. Next is settings. Settings refers to periods, geographic location, cultural context, immediate surroundings, weather, times of day, times of year employed in the story. A setting can be used to create a mood as an integral part of the plot, to bring out certain aspects of the characters, and can also be used figuratively. So next is tone. So tone refers to the attitude of works towards the audience and subject. So a work's tone can be playful, serious, upbeat, detached, ironic, intimate, haughty, objective, and any other number of great adjective used to describe an attitude towards something. Exposition refers to the background plot information. Exposition can deliberately held or dumped on early in the story. The exposition can occur through dialogue, the narration, and interchapters. An author's mode exposition often tells us something about his project and how we as an audience invited to the world of book. So next is the narrative point of view, or narrative perspective point of view. So narrative perspective point of view refers to a point of view from which the story is narrated. So a story can be from the first person point of view or the third person point of view. Motif refers to the series of recurring details that have symbolic importance in the story. For example, the fire motif or the motif of mass marked in the Lord of Flies. And then image refers to the description of something to be seen, heard, smell, and touch. In every story, there is always what we call character. Now, I will give you 5 seconds to think about your favorite characters in the story. Okay, now, so let's proceed. So, characterization refers to how the author described his or her characters. So, protagonist. So, I know that the image in the screen is beautiful but scary. So, protagonist is a character who stands in the way of protagonist movement in the story. Oftentimes, this is a villain, but it does not have to be. Refers to what the author does with the character over the course of the book. If the characters changes a lot over course of the story, so the author has made the character dynamic. If the character stays pretty much the same, he or she is static. So next is foil. So have you heard about the foil already? Actually, foil is character intended as a thematic opposite of the main character, revealing his or her salient qualities. So next is theme. So theme refers to a board or moral in a story. Remember, a good theme shouldn't be something broad like death, and also cannot be something to be specific like death of the violet, as only to be applicable to the one word. Next is resolution or denouement. So it refers to the story of the final untying or resolution. So the story's denouement is always at the end after the climax. Some of the short story we have read have denouements that purposefully don't resolve the plot's central conflict. So next is conflict. Conflict refers to the central problems of a text. So most work are animated by some form of conflict. So literary theories have suggested that there are 5 primary types of conflict that to different degrees and in different degrees combination show up. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing refers to when an author hints at what is to come in the narrative through a particular description or image. Now next is symbolism. So symbolism refers to when a word or object stands in for something of bigger significance. So in the great works of literature, Symbols are often complex, encoding more than one thing in the same object. So next is figurative language, metaphor, and simile. Metaphor, word or phrase that compares two unlike things, and then simile, word or phrase that compares two unlike things using as or like. Other common figurative language are hyperbole and synecdoche, used to convey special effect or meaning. Allegory. So what is allegory? Refers to a work in which almost all of the characters are intended as what we call symbols. Personification refers to when animals, inanimate objects, or places metaphorically given the qualities of the human beings. For example, the tree dance back and forth, or the sky, the angry sky through a lightning. Flashback refers to a techniques in which author interrupts present events with a look of past event. Often it is used up to the readers infer why a flashback is being employed in the text and how it adds to complicates the present narrative. So next is allusion. Allusion refers to a brief and often indirect reference to another work of art, person, place, or object. So an allusion often depends or complicates our understanding of the work.